Okay, let's do nasal oiling. Woohoo! You're gonna be like, no, really, is she gonna make me put oil up my nose? Are you serious? Yep, I'm serious. I have seen people with sinus congestion, allergies, congestion from allergies, chronic sinus infections have such amazing results with this one single, simple, super inexpensive natural home remedy that it's like the least amount of effort for the biggest impact. And so what I'm going to be using here is plain sesame oil, unrefined sesame oil that is organic. All the oils that you put on or in your body, you want them to be organic and unrefined. And unrefined means that it hasn't been processed with solvents and chemicals to take the odor out or whatever. So you want to get the purest, best oil you can. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this up our nose. And the reason we do that is that, the sinuses, they dry out. They dry out from the weather, from blowing air, from having a fireplace in your house, just from the season. And when the sinuses dry out, what happens is they produce more mucus, overreactive mucus. And isn't it amazing how much mucus can be here in the middle of your head? It can just be stuck there. And what this does is it unstucks it, believe me. You do this once or twice a day, and the next day you'll be like, wow, where did all that snot come from? It makes things just pour out of you. So make sure you carry a hanky, we call it snot rags around here. And so this is what you do. So you don't do it. So this is what you don't do, okay? I want to talk to you about how you don't do this. It's contraindicated in pregnancy, during menstruation, when you have a nosebleed or when you're really sick, like you have an acute illness. It's not for children under 7. It's not for elders, like people over 75. You don't use it when you have a bloody nose or asthma. It's for stuck sinus congestion, okay? And what it does is it moistens the tissue so that the tissue is not contracted and the bacteria and the mucus aren't stuck. Because see, mucus, when you have stuck bacteria, that's just sitting there, you can feel it, but it's not going anywhere. It's just a great environment for bacteria to get stuck. You are more susceptible to, so I am fanatic for chasing down snot. If there's any kind of congestion or snot going on, I'm like, you're nasal oiling, because I want that snot out of the head, because that is a medium you're more susceptible to catch a cold, right? So here we go. This is how much I love you. I'm going to demonstrate nasal oiling. So what you want to do is you don't want to touch this to the nose. You don't want to contaminate the oil. And you basically, I'm going to put 2 to 4 drops. And if at any time it's uncomfortable, you don't have to. Just go a little bit at a time. Just start with 1 drop, right? You can do this once a day. You can do it 3 times a day. You can do it every day. You can do it once a day, every day. Some people, this is part of their daily self-care routine, especially during dry months. So if like autumn is a dry season where you live, this is really good practice. Or before allergy season starts. Or if you live in an area that's like, if you live in the high mountains and it's just a dry climate, this is a great daily self-care practice. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. So you take your oil. Now you can do this laying, I'm stalling here, aren't I? You can do this laying down, which is good. It's good to lay down and just take 5 minutes and just absorb the oil. But you can also do it standing up, all right? So ready? So you want to tilt your head back. Oops, you don't want to miss. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And what you do is you really sniff the oil up. And you can do more. So if you feel like, God, I didn't really feel it, you can do a little bit more. You can start with 1. I do 2 to 4 drops usually. And all right, that's it. And you don't try to get out. Sometimes if you're really kind of snotty, you'll want to blow your nose first and then put the oil in. Or sometimes as soon as you put the oil in, you'll be like, oh, and all kinds of snot will just come right away. So you blow it out and then you can just put a couple more drops in that way. But it is good. It's good to really leave your head back and really sniff it so it gets in there. And it's okay if it drains a little bit down the back of your throat. You can just rinse your mouth out and then you just go about your day. And I want to hear, well, I don't know, do I? I want to hear about your results. I don't want to hear about how much snot comes out, but you watch. If you have stuck snot somewhere, at some point during your day, it's going to come out. So nasal oiling, again, I'm really interested in simple home remedies to get your family on board with all of this. And this is something that at first people are just like, that is so weird. But then the results are so significant that they'll be asking for it. So there's your nasal oiling, and have some fun with this.